my grandma's. Ugh.
Don't worry, ma'am. All of your stuff is in okay hands.
Just okay?
Well, they don't give 2.5 stars to just anybody.
Here you go.
What's this?
It's your piano.
Hold this for a sec.
We don't have a piano.
No. But the neighbors do.
Just okay is not okay.
Looking for a moving company that's on time, isn't milking the clock, and doesn't charge for shrink wrapping items, disassembling, and reassembling furniture? Would you value a team of hardworking guys that care about your belongings? No, really. Like, if any of your possessions were damaged or lost during the move, they'd cover it that same day. Well, Aaron Movers in Phoenix is serious about quality service, and we feel like we've mastered the art of moving. Since 2001, we've grown our well-known reputation for caution, speed, courtesy, and planning. We've held every member of our team to a high standard and have never dropped the ball. Now that I think about it, we haven't really dropped much of anything over the last 17 years. We understand that nothing we touch belongs to us, and that we need to handle your belongings better than we'd ever treat our own. Because, in case you didn't know, you're the boss on moving day. Listen, our team honestly just wants to help you get your items moved from point A to point B as quickly and safely as possible. Our custom-built trailer plays a big role in our ability to do this by reducing trips and lowering costs. We'll even set things up at point B for you. Our 5-star rating proves that hard work pays off. With hundreds of satisfied customers across the great state of Arizona, we want you to experience moving as it should be. Whether you're moving into a new office, transporting items out of the state, or settling into a new place to call home, Aaron Movers wants you to focus on what you'll be doing once you get there. Don't take a risk, and we'll take care of the rest. Click below or call Joe at 602-703-0078 to learn more or to get a free estimate.
Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us Monday night. We are having a Scotch doubles match. We have Spanky and Cisa versus Carlos and his lady. They are playing for just $100 in the middle, but the big, the major, the awesome prize is the belt. We're fighting for the belt, guys. This is very important. It is the glory, really. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And they already flipped. Spanky and Cisa won the flip, so they are getting started. If I can figure out my mouse here. There we go. You're good. So they're actually playing a race to 7. So let me fix that here. You're good. And he doesn't know how to play or how to spell Scotch today. So got that fixed as well. We had our dishwasher go out today. So after work, we had to go buy a new one. And so we are running behind. We also had the stream on Friday between Nicholas De Leon and Chris Robinson, and we were still completely broken down from that. So we had planned on setting up after work, but we had to get the dishwasher. So we are starting about 30 minutes later than we meant to, but it works out. So Spanky is now up to the table. They are solids. So he has to figure out a way to move that 9 ball potentially so that they can make those balls. Because I don't think the 6 patches the 10 over into the other corner pocket. So they will have to move that 9 ball. let him shape on the 1. If he wants to, he could shoot the 1 with top and come over and across into the 7, the 4, something. Oh, smart. Okay. So he's putting the ball over there. He's playing chess here. So now Sisa is at the table. Again, looking at what to do with that 9 ball. You might be able to play a 2-way shot here, push the 1 into the 9 while putting the cue ball behind the 8-10. I don't know if that is in her wheelhouse. So I think they're calling, or they're playing BCA rules. So I was given a look there, but I'm not here to ref. I am here to commentate and tell you stories about my broken dishwasher. All right. So this is a good opportunity to play the 4, the 1, or the 6, probably the 1, into that 9 ball now that they push the 8, because you will block the pocket. But, oh, got it. So she is looking at what to do here. I think she doesn't want to take the 9 for sure. I don't know. She's looking at shooting that 14 cross corner or into the 9. Okay, cross corner. Wow, great shot. And it does, I believe, give him an opportunity to make that 9, maybe coming rail first into it, kind of hitting all those balls. Nope. But added all those balls in there. So, no, you banked the 1. Or I mean, Yeah, it's her shot. I meant cut the one. So they weren't sure whose shot it was. I remember that Spanky did cut the one, trying to make the 9, but so I can't tell if the 5 passes. So if it does, what I would do here, shoot the 9 into the top right corner and then break out that 4-10 since you have ball in hand. It's going to be the really best opportunity to break that out and not be coming at the 8. I suppose another option is pushing the 1 just into the 9, and then you would probably get ball in hand again because you'd be leaving them kicking at the 10, and the lower Fargo is up shooting next. So So again, that kind of just shows the lower skill level player not necessarily knowing the right pattern. Myself, also being a lower level player, have been really working on my pattern play. So here she is trying to make the 9, but she didn't want to use a bridge, so she ended up miscuing and getting ball in hand. So now here, because she did kind of mess up those balls, I would carom off the 6. It would break the 8-6 up, making the 9, and it plays safe by locking it away from the 10. So it's a two-way shot. You move some of your own balls. You also take away their option without giving them ball in hand. I think he might be doing the same sort of thought, except I feel like almost making it worse. But I also, he might be thinking of something 2-3 steps ahead that I'm not seeing. There is, excuse me, no coaching. So Carlos is up to the table now, making the 6. Gonna let JoJo figure out that 10. Really, this is kind of a free bank. All of their balls are completely tied up there. I would just bank it to the top side and let them try to figure out how to make all those balls without you getting a shot on the 10 that is now out in the middle of the table. Would be my personal choice. Does anybody out there have a better idea if your stripes here, what you do? See, I like that. Free bank, really, unless it, oh, okay, I think it still goes. I think I would have banked it a little softer myself, because if you leave it in the middle of the table, you have so many more options. Now it only goes in that one pocket. See, so now moving some stuff around, they are kind of safe with that 8 ball being tied up with the 6. So he can bank this or kick it, and he is calling the kick. Carlos is calling the kick. He did make contact, and he hit a rail. So this is starting to look like a drill. for the solids. I would use this one to break up the 6 and the 8, but I don't know if she maybe didn't have angle or didn't even know that was an option. So now you just roll up on the 4, play safe. Or that works, I guess. And you have to try to 2-rail kick this. You hit the bottom rail before the 8, you go up and hit the side rail, and then hit the 10. It makes the 10 a lot bigger. I don't know, especially at JoJo's lower skill level, if she could make the 1 rail without hitting the 4 first. So, as you can see, they are Team Los, Carlos and JoJo. But when he said we're Team Lowe's, I was like Lowe's, the home improvement store. And so then we asked, yeah, see, that's what I figured. She wouldn't be able to hit it without going to the bottom rail first. So, yes, we then asked Spanky and Sisa, what is your team going to be? And they said, no, say, I don't know. So I said, well, they're Team Lowe's. Shouldn't you be Home Depot? And so that is how they ended up with the name Team Depot, in case anybody was wondering. So I thought it was ball in hand, but she's putting it really far away. So now Carlos is back at the table. He's calling the kick, I guess hoping to move the 6 out of the way. He's going to end up giving ball in hand. So I would, with ball in hand, put it behind the 6 and push to make space. And that looks exactly what he's going to do. Carlos Chavez taught me that. So now she has to kick bank, potentially. She can hit the top rail, hit the 6, or hit the 8, and then it will bank into the side. That would be a Hail Mary shot. I don't. So she likes, obviously, the safety. She was trying to push the 6 back with the 8, trying to undo what Spanky had done. So now Sisa has ball in hand, and she can. So I like the order, but she's maybe going a little too straight. She's going to make this a little tough of a shot for Spanky, making the 6. Oh, super hard. She was hoping the 6 would stop and save her. Don't think it's gonna get there. So she was saying sorry to Spanky. She's like, I was trying to get you over there. All right. So first blood, as we call it, given over to Team Los. So they are doing stay-in rotation. So that is slightly different than the BCA rules, because BCA is start the rotation every rack. When Carlos Chavez and I played in the BCA Arizona State Championships back in January, we chose to have me break every time, because if I made a ball, then he gets to pick the suit and we get to keep shooting. If not, I don't have the best break, so there was usually clusters, and the other team did not have the opportunity to do a circle run for my dry breaks. And it obviously worked pretty well for us because we did win state champions. But these teams have agreed to stay in rotation. So Spanky chose stripes. He made the 14. Oh, he made the 12. And she was going for the 15 there. Carlos is now up to shoot. He is solids. I had just noticed that Jojo and Carlos are wearing matching shirts that say Team Los on them. So she called the 6 in the corner. Nice try. I can't tell if he's, no, I was going to say is he corner hooked, but I feel like the only thing he has is the crossbank on the 9. Does look like that's what he's going for. Oh, too soft. Hitting it that soft opened up the angle, so he missed it. And honestly, our table banks short, so he really opened up the angle. Miss on the 2, but he did get it out of the cluster, so small progress. So this is just one race to 7. This is not best of 3 like we usually do, because it is 8-ball. It does take much longer. So doing best of 3 in 8-ball would take a very long time. Nice shot. So now she leaves Carl to potentially shoot the 6. I actually like shooting the 3 into the 11 and taking over that pocket, because now he's done that and she has no shot. The 1 might pass by the 9 into the side pocket, but so she called the 1 ball all the way down. did move some things around now. Now I do not like that 1-3. So he is playing safe. I thought originally he just actually missed the 9 completely. And actually, he's over there saying that's exactly what happened. He got lucky on the hit on the 10. Hey, Cindy, I see you. And thank you, David, for joining us from Denver and watching. We did stream the Chris Robinson versus Nicholas De Leon match on Friday, and we were still not completely reset up after that. So it takes us about an hour to break down everything, and then an hour to set it up at Bull Shooters. Then we finished at around 1:30 in the morning on Saturday, and we took another hour to break everything down. By the time we got home and ate, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. There was no way we were going to set everything up again. And then Saturday we had family over. So today we were going to set up before they came over. And our dishwasher decided to die a sad death. So we had to run and buy a new dishwasher because I hate washing dishes by hand. And so we were just barely getting back when everyone got here, and we set up and completely got ready to stream, including 3 cameras, 2 laptops, a screen, 2 headsets, everything in like 20 minutes. I think it was a world record. So Spanky just shot, comes around, leaves Sisa either the cut on the 14 all the way into the corner. Maybe she takes the easier shot on the 10 ball. Apparently I'm feeling adventurous today because I'm like, shoot that 9 ball, back cut. Not the right shot at all, but in my mind, that's what I want. Yeah, I think we are getting pretty good as a team, setting up everything. Nice shot. Leaves him. I think he could make the 9 on the side. Potentially, maybe he'd have to spin it a little bit. Shoot the 10. I don't like the combo. This is 8 ball, so you can make the 10 anytime you want. Probably only want to make it with your stripes, though. So she's calling the combo. I did see that Spanky looked at this earlier and must be pretty confident that it goes, or he wouldn't have left her there. Actually, almost like cutting the 13 into that pocket, and then that would open up the other corner pocket for the 12 versus doing a combo, but nice. So Carlos just shot the 3 in the side. Miss JoJo is going to either shoot the 1 or the 4. I like shooting the 4, leaving the harder shot on the 1 to her higher skill level partner, trying to come around to get her shape on the 7, because the 7 does go all the way down once that 4 is clear. Much harder to get shape on the 7 using the 4. Well, that was not a bad miss. I think Spanky is hooked on the 7 to be able to make that 13. Ooh, dirty Spanky. That definitely changes the game. So now they have the challenge of trying to break out the 1. So I think if I was playing now, and this is Sisa's shot, shooting the ball in the corner and coming around trying to break up the 13 and 1, I don't know if the angle is there for myself. I'm still learning how to measure out exactly where things like that are going to end up for the breakouts. But maybe if I was, a 600 plus Fargo, I might be able to know those things. So then here, it seems like neither of the teams, JoJo's at the table. I don't know if either of these teams have been showing a lot of aggressiveness. So I feel like they're both leaving that 113 for the other team to break out. But I don't know that that's going to be helpful. Somebody's got to do it eventually. So he called safe. Nice hit. So now you have to hope that they just don't run 3 balls. Actually, if that 7 goes, I personally think that now is the time to take it. If you miss it, you block the pocket for the 10 and the 8. If you make it, you're out. So I feel like there's multiple benefits to taking the 7 now. Ooh, little too close for comfort there, in my opinion. Well, I do like to be close to my work. I do not like to be that close to my work. hmm They're asking me to watch a hit. Okay. Yeah. It was good. Since he was shooting away from that ball, it was going to be a good hit. They had called me over because they were concerned that he might be a double hit, but because he shot away from it, it is good. Oh, I think he got potentially lucky on the leave, because even if she shoots the 4 that you can see and makes it, she has to either hit it hard enough to come all the way back down and up again, or she has to try to hold it, which at that angle is not possible. Made it, but like I said, tough to hold it. So now he has a thin cut. It might be beneficial for him to try to come around to shoot it in the side, but a wise man once told me, never try to get shape on a side pocket. So now it is Cisa's shot to make this ball and get Spanky shape on the 8 in order to make it 1-1. Keep going, keep going. That should be okay. Just top. Don't do anything fancy. Just make the ball. Still not over though, because you do have JoJo, the lower skill Louisville player, shooting this ball. So you never know what's going to happen. Christopher, this is Phoenix, Arizona, in our garage here at K2 Productionz. Nice shot. So yes, Phoenix, Arizona, K2 Productionz in our garage, insulated, air-conditioned garage. And I thought Funny, my scratch on the side there for a second. The teams playing is Carlos and Jojo versus Spanky and Cecil. They are doing alternate break, so if you see Spanky racking, that is why. So since Spanky had shot the last ball, it is Cecil's break. Made a ball. And the cue ball did stay on the table, just enough. If you hear me chewing, I am eating a red bun. Oh, hello, Chris from Salem, Oregon area. I am from Lake Oswego, Oregon. My dad still lives in Beaverton. Funny how small the world is. So Cisa is shooting. She's calling the 13 in the side. I think she was just looking at what he's going to be able to shoot next. From my angle, the 12 does pass the 9. Let's see if I can show you. Oh, his base is in the way. But he did call the 12. Oh, great shot. Left her shape. How many buttons do I need to push? She is actually kind of straight on that 14, but it works out. She has just enough angle, I think, if she did draw 14 into the corner with draw, would come at the 8-4, just enough to bump it so that the 8 goes in the bottom right pocket. I don't know that she has that in her skill set, but that's what I would try to do. I don't know that I would be successful, but that's what I would try to do. Well, she tried. She tried. Tried coming from the top side. But unfortunately, left him not a enchilada for a shot. From your angle, it looks like that he can maybe see the 15, but he can not see the 15. So let me see if I can get you a better angle. There we go. See, he can not see it. So he's gonna have to go rail first. More than 2 balls moved.
And potentially the 15 would have. Yeah, so it's ball in hand.
Yeah, whatever the hell that rule applies, that's what I was going to tell you. Just because that cue ball came back around to where
So we were talking about the rule. He hit the cue ball. And when he did so, he moved the 4 and the 8
just maybe have the option.
with his cue, which is 2 balls moving. And then additionally, the 15 came around and actually touched the 8 ball, which means that it interfered with the path of the ball, making it a ball in hand foul. But she missed ball in hand. reconstruction. Wow, that's funny. I like that term. That's the real term. That's great. Or is that just what you call it? Either way, it's fantastic. Well, I'm glad that I made the right call there. Thank you, Cindy and Chris, for telling me that I made the right choice. Usually, the teams never look to me for confirmation. And of course, because Carlos isn't here, they're asking me all sorts of questions. So guys, for those of you who watch, Carlos and myself are engaged. We've been together over 2 years. And one of the cameras that we use, the one that you're looking at right now, actually is his cell phone. He and I have not eaten in 9 hours. So I said, now that we have everything set up, why don't you go get us food? And I said, this is what I want from this restaurant. Well, he said that they're not taking online orders. So should he just go and order? And I said, yeah, go ahead. Here's what I want. I wrote it down. And he said, what if they're closed? And I said, well, if they're closed for some reason and they can't order the food, then just get me something. I said, I am trusting you to order something for me that I will like. This is the big test of the relationship. Can you remember what I like to eat? And then I told him, may the odds be ever in your favor. And I sent him on his way without a cell phone because we're using it as our third camera. So we are going to see when he gets back if he passes the relationship test. Because usually, oh, nice shot. That would have been great. If he made the 3, he was perfect for the 4 ball. Even had an angle to be able to come around for the 5. So that's a bummer. But still a tester of a shot for Spanky here to shoot it all the way up. Oh, anywhere else that might have gone. But if you don't hit it pure in our pockets, they don't go. These are only 3 7/8 inch pockets. So if you hit anywhere on the rail above the pocket, it will not go in. Some pool halls here, you can hit it up to a diamond and it will still slide in the pocket, but not here. So he's going to have to draw to make this 4 ball and get past the 8 to get her shape on that 5 ball. So yes, usually I would be the one that goes out to get the food because he'll eat anything. So I order what I like and then I just get him food and it always works out. He never is the one that goes. So, oh, nice, 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 nice. So Carlos made a good shot. Jojo really just has to make this. Don't try to be anything fancy. The only thing you don't want is to be on the bottom half of the table because you really want to shoot that 8 ball into the bottom right corner. I am ready. Ray, what is the question? I do not like that shape. Our side pockets are not friendly to that shot, and that 15 is in that pocket. So he now has to bank it, I think. The only thing, Cindy, he will not eat is vegetables. So I try to sneak them. Like today, we had pizza for lunch, and I put spinach on it. And I always make jokes. I say, just like with our daughter, I say, oh, wow. I say, you really need to eat them. Getting a little older, need those veggies. So I always try to be like, what if I make you lots of mashed potatoes or lots of meat and just eat the veggies really quick. And then, so Sisa hit that. And I think he'll be okay. But she did not need to hit that at all because that 9 goes from almost anywhere on the table. The only thing you didn't want to be is past it. And she got really close. So Ray, Mr. Ray Hagemeyer, what is your question? All right. Just tap it in. All right. Nice. Kind of got an instant replay there. So they are on the board. He hates tomatoes. Can't get him VA juice. Hates tomatoes. He does like mango though. So I at least get him fruits. He can eat his fruits. It's just the veggies. But me, I'll eat salad every day. I like asparagus, broccoli, Brussels sprouts. I mean, you name it, it's green, I like it. So Ray, the 8 p.m. curfew is for loiterers and looters. Private businesses are allowed to continue be open past 8 p.m. And as long as you are actively driving from the private establishment to your home, you are good to go as well on the driving aspect past 8 p.m. So after much discussion, we talked to bull shooters. They are planning on staying open their regular hours. So we are going to continue our tournament the regular hours. So we are opening at 10, starting at 10:30, and it is scheduled to be done around 1, maybe even 2 a.m., depending on how long the finals go. Or if people want to split, we could be out at midnight. We had looked at splitting it down to a 16 team and do our 4 races instead of our 5 races, and we would have been out by 8. But we did not end up having to do that, and we do have 22 teams, so we would have had to ask people to forfeit their spots. So luckily we didn't end up having to do that. So it is open. Spanky gets to choose his suit because of, no, sorry, don't know how to. Stripes is a good choice because the 10-12 is blocking that 8 ball, and the 11 even in the other pocket. So if you are solids, you also have that 2-6 kind of tied up weird on the bottom rail, and you don't have the breakout ball for the 8 either. So I like Spanky's choice of the stripes. Nice shot. I can't tell if that 15 passes the 7. That might be a, oh, he called safe. It's a good choice. So now they're forced to, Carlos is at the table. From the other angle, it looked like he could shoot the 6, but from this angle, it looks like they are blocked. Unless he can, so he's calling it cross to the bottom left corner. You would think, Chris, that after a 14-hour tournament, that we often have tournaments here that go 16 hours. Carlos and I played in the Doc Memorial Scotch Doubles tournament, and we won it the first year, and we came in second this year. And the reason I think that we ran out of steam this year and lost in the finals and had to be double dipped even was because it was 4 o'clock in the morning, and we had been there since 10 in the morning previously, and we were gosh darn tired. But the year before, it lasted just as long, but after we had made hot seat, we went and took a nap in the car, and we did not do that this year. So we learned our lesson, always take the nap. Nice try. Well, now they have the 13 as a breakout for the 15. I actually don't mind solids. It's tough though. You got that 2. You got the 8. But you do have this 3 ball. And if JoJo was a little bit higher skilled, maybe would leave that at this time for a breakout at another date and time, which actually she ended up doing, so that's okay. Yeah, Carlos and I played a lot of tournaments, so we are actually hosting a Scotch Doubles 1150 and under 8-ball R5 medium races on Saturday, and I will be playing in it. Carlos never plays because he does the stream and all of that, but I am the secretary. I do all the sign-ups. I do all the sign-ins and registration in the morning, and I take everybody's money, and then my job is really over until I give money out at the end of the night. So I always play in the tournaments. I will be playing this weekend with a 687 Fargo. We actually practiced the other day, just having fun, and we broken ran actually like 3 different set racks, so hopefully we can do okay. So Spanky is stripes here. He's calling a insane back cut on the 13. Is he going to try to carry him off the 1? Oh, oh, I see. Almost made it too. That is not something I ever in a million years would ever think to do. I don't ever look at banking as an option. So JoJo is now at the table with the ball in hand, and she is solids. What do? Do you take the 2 here? Do you take the 3 and break out the 2? That might be the better choice, because you could potentially break out the 2 and the 8. But these teams are not running the Rex, so maybe at this time it's safer to leave that problem for future team Los. Oh, yeah, these side pockets are not forgiving, but not a horrible save. Can't make the 10. I would just play safe. Let them shoot just skim the 10 ball and let them shoot the 2 or the 7. Then that takes away options for them to get that 2 out later. So that is what I like to do here. Nice try. Not a bad lead. I don't think he can shoot that 10. And that is a tough cut on the 15, but that is one he is looking at. You almost have to use this inside or outside, hit it thicker and throw it. Or you could just hit it like a boss. He said sorry, but I think that was a great shot. Yes, Chris, go get the food so you do not have to sleep on the couch. So she's using the bridge with the Kamui clear adjustable moose head. I don't know what that part is called. I call it the moose horns. Nice attempt. Oh, great save. Unintentionally, but broke out their balls. Snuck her on the 2. Or Carlos, sorry, on the 2. All right, here it is. Here's the time. Here's the time to run. Make the 14. I like the 12. Purple ball, orange ball, blue ball. Black ball. Too far. Oh, oh, oh. Kick it. I know you can skim it, but I want to kick it. I want to kick it. I want to make it in the bottom left-hand corner. Come on, Cisa. Whoa! That was great. Now you better not miss this. He's looking at that. He does not know what to do. What to do, what to do. Sorry, I'm going a million miles here. Not a bad lead. JoJo is up. Didn't give her a shot on any of those close balls. I like to skim the 3 and leave the cue ball on the rail behind it. Oh, maybe she heard me. Very nice. So now, Cisa, 1 rail kick this ball. You can call it in the side, but I more am just going for the hit at this point. She's glued on that 3 ball. So she's not only going to have to hit it at the rail, she's going to have to hit it at the rail with extreme. What would that be? Right? Left on our screen. And I, again, just don't think that's in her knowledge base. I only recently learned for every diamond, want a tip or half a tip. See, I don't even remember specifically. I just kind of guess. Motion at her front door. I think food is here. So she's giving them all in hand. Nice. I did not know if that 3 would go. So now it's just about making the balls. Hey, Ruben. My Scotch doubles partner, Ruben Silva. Oh, she might. Oh, from this angle, it looked like she hooked him, but no. Well, Cindy, we're still on the same rack. So you did not miss anything other than my ability to change cameras today. So I can see from my angle, he's putting a lot of spin on that ball. Too much. I personally don't like using spin. If I can make it work with top, middle, bottom, and no more than a half a tip of anything, that's my preference. Once you start putting so much spin, you lose the accuracy of your shots, and I feel like you're just guessing. You just guess and hope that your guess is right. There's no specific, I mean, obviously there's science to it, but, you know, how close are the balls? How far do they have to go? What amount of spin are you putting on it? How hard are you hitting it? How far are you throwing it? There are so many factors that I feel like the only way to know is to just keep shooting the same shots over and over and over a million times, and then when you see it, your body just knows because it's done it so many times. He needed to hit that much harder, go to the rail and come back up. He has now left her with a bank. So let's see if Miss JoJo knows how to bank. What a roll. Sisa is laughing because she got a very nice roll. Darn. That would have been ball in hand. So that means it's 3-1 now. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then JoJo, it'll be your shot because he would have shot the 8 ball.
So, hey, Michael. So, Cindy, Carlos just got back with food. He didn't tell me what he got or if he got what I wanted. He just said, I got it. And do you want me to bring it into you? And I said, well, why don't you go ahead and eat first, and then I'll come out and you can take over commentating, and then I'll go eat. So the suspense is killing me if he got the right food. So Spanky broke. Sisa is calling the 11 in the side. Missed it. So with BCA rules, that means it's still open. So she is calling the 3. Missed it, which means it is still open. That 11, 7, 8 situation I don't really like, but you can use the 14 to break out the 11, so I do like that option. He did call the 11 all the way. And missed it. So, oh my goodness, guys. I'm making all kinds of messes with the score, all kinds of stuff. So, it is still open. So a decision has been made. Solids they are. Wait, yep. All right. Making some progress here on the balls. Hello, Fugi. Hello, Ed. LaRue. It's a bummer about League. We thought it was going to APA. It was going to start up again this week. And then with all the riots and the looting, and they implemented a curfew, they are not starting League until after the curfew is lifted. So no League again, still until next week sometime. I bring that up because Ed and I shoot on the same Tuesday night APA League. So Carlos was saying you needed to follow it and go forward. And she said, I don't know how to do that. So left him with a no real shot. He is calling safe. I would assume he's going to skim the 7. Oh, I do not like playing with the 8. Cindy, we also haven't had League since March. We're just going to start up this week. And then, like I said, they have the riots now going on here. Pretty bad. So, nice shot by Sisa. So they are shutting down everything, and curfew is from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. because we have loiters and looters and thieves and all sorts of horrible things happening out here right now. They destroyed a mall. They stole all the Coach purses. It's kind of crazy. I don't know what Coach purses have to do with unnecessary police brutality, but What do I know? Yeah, our governor did it statewide. So not just city, but the entire state is on curfew 8 to 5. Oof. Gotta use, I would do it right now. Shoot the 12 to break out that 13. You have to do it. So Cisa called something. I'm assuming she's calling the 14 all the way down. I don't like the shot. You've got to shoot. You have to shoot the 12 right now. Break out that 13. Great shot. Unfortunately, right shot, because not only does Spanky not have a shot on any of the balls, he now cannot break out the 14 because he doesn't have a shot on it. So I don't know, I'm calling a bank. Great bank. Didn't make it, but left it right in front of the pocket, ready to go. That's a great shot. Doesn't leave them a good shot, leaves them some sort of bank. Miss Diana, hi. So we have Spanky and Cisa up there in the left-hand corner, and then we have Carlos and his lady, Jojo, our Team Los. So I was saying I made a joke. We asked Carlos, what is your team name? And he said, my name is Team Los. And I said, does that mean the other team's name is Home Depot? Team Home Depot. So it's Home Depot and Los. And everybody laughed. And then we said, okay. What is your real team name, Spinky and Cisa? And they said, no sé, I don't know. So Team Home Depot, they are, because of Team Los. So Cisa is at the table. There are stripes. I would go ahead and make the 4-ball. She is shooting the 11. Going to scratch. So now they do have an ability. So here that 4-ball does not go. We only have 3 7/8 inch pockets. At some other pool halls, it might go, but it does not right now. So this is a tough decision to be made. You might even want to push the 7 down. into that cluster. All right, not a bad shot. Took over the pocket, got the 8 out. So Spanky calls safe. Now we're gonna see if a ball passes. Called the 1. To me, it does not look like the ball passes. So is he going, he's caroming off the 7 to make the 1. Oh, nice attempt and nice lead. This is a little bit of a battle. Hit it too good. Hit it too good. She was not meaning to make the 11. Oh, she called it. It's calling safe. Where's the safe? Try to leave it locked up on the 1. Yeah. It's pretty good. Pretty good. So now we've got JoJo. They were questioning if the 1 ball was frozen. Is there enough space on the rail? Oh, I was going to say to skim it, and there's not. So you need to skim the left side of the 1 and try to leave the cue ball up on by the side pocket. Then they have to kick at the 13. Very nice. Very good. That was a nice, thoughtful. That was good. Yeah. So even with ball in hand. So Cindy, You want to take the over-under on if the food is what I want? He is calling safe. Going to try to create distance between the 1 and the 13. Which he did. Now Spanky. The problem is, or I mean the good thing is, I don't think you could make the 1 from the top side of the table. So I would go ahead and just skim it. Yeah. Because even if they can shoot the 7, I don't think they can make the 1. I don't know, Cindy. He's messaging from the other room. I haven't seen it. I also don't know if it's correct. He says take the bet. So we'll see. This is tough. I'm wondering if you could go rail first on the 1. So take the 7, try to lead the cue ball up table, and then go rail into the 1 and soft. So just to more move it by the pocket, because then you still block the pocket for the 12 as well. I don't like that shot because, well, I guess the 8. So again, you can make the 12, but what do you do? Because you're on the wrong side of the 12 to break out the 8. Seesaw is at the table shooting. I guess we're gonna miss. That's the way. Lock it to that 8. I hate these types of racks because if I'm stripes, I don't know how to get my ball out and not sell out at the same time. The bet is just yes or no. There's no win or lose. Very nice. Hold on, I can tell you. Luckily, YouTube has instant replays. So I have to turn off the music there for a second, but. Oh, it's next? Okay. You're behind over there? Yeah.
Perfect. Hey, that's a good thing.
Good hit. Looked good to me. Yeah, it's well, and that's the thing. Since it's so close, you tend to err on the side of the shooter. So they were asking if that was a no, Carlos. They both agreed that it was not a bad hit. They said, is it a good hit? I said, you say if it's a good hit. They watched the replay on the screen and they agreed it was really close. And I said, usually if it's really close, you tend to err on the side of the shooter. So that's what they agreed to do. Oh. Lost my music out there. So now they're listening to me talk surround sound. I think we just all agreed that we weren't sure and that it's better to err on the side of the shooter since it wasn't a watched hit. Since nobody asked and we didn't have it filmed, and then we all watched the replay on the TV and we all agreed it was super close. And so everybody agreed to just move forward as a good hit. But I agree, Carlos, if it was a good hit, the 8-ball should have moved sideways, not forward. So you're probably correct. Oh, nice try. Good leave. He's on a rail. Got a cut. 57 into the corner. To me is the best shot. Coming back around to shoot the one in the bottom side pocket. And then the 8. So you're going to hope you get... Oh, not only did he get one, he got 2 blockers. So here, since they're playing BCA, in technicality, they could jump. I would go jump rail first. It's real tough. You could masse if you know how to do that. You could you could Z kick it, which myself and Carlos have both successfully done this last week because the 8-ball is pretty close to the pocket. So Let's see what she decides to do. I don't think this is the right side to be coming at because the 8 is too close to the bottom rail. You need to come at it from the other side. Goodly. So the 7 does go past the 1. So that's the only shot that she has. Since this was BCA, if she would have scratched on the 8, she would not have lost. She would have just gotten ball in hand. In APA, another league that Carlos and I play in, that a scratch on the 8 is a lost game. So Jojo is calling the 7 in the side. I would shoot it in the corner. Side is a tough shot. At least the 8 isn't in a pocket. And she did leave it on the right side for a back cut bank because the 7 and the 1 are in the way of a natural forward bank. And Spanky just looked at that as well. He shook his head. Said, I don't like it. Nice choice. Push it closer to the pocket and don't leave a great shot for the other player. He's got to cut the 1 or the 7 into the top right corner. And those are tough, tough shots. It's okay, Cindy. I like that shot as well. It leaked. He can see, she can see all the 8. So here, it's just make the ball. Just make it. So you can tell today we have 2 mid-level players, a 500 and a 555 for the boys. But the girls are both 200, 250-ish Largos. This is more of a game just for fun for them. For the glory and for the championship belt that I showed everyone at the beginning of the stream. No, Cindy, I'm only seeing each of your comments one time. So I'm going to show you guys as soon as she shoots this. Missed it, but left it tough. So, guys, look at, hi, real quick. This World Championship belt is exactly what they are playing for. Spanky is going to shoot it in the bank with the attempt to block the pocket if it doesn't go in. That's exactly what he did. He accomplished it well. So yes, they are more playing for the glory, to have fun, two couples just having fun, and the World Championship belt. Oh! So we have a tough shot now on the one. He was trying to come at the one to break it out, since the 8 was blocking the pocket. I wonder what the higher level players here would do. What if you try to kick this and push the 1 and the 8 together? Oh, what if you just push the 8 into the 1? Give them ball in hand, but then the 8 doesn't go anywhere. It's a touch shot, but this shot on the 1 is a sellout anyway, right? Yep. Right. 3, 2, 1. It's the 6th game, so. Hey, Boo.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Do you see
The World Championship belt, I saw it.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's the glory that they're playing for. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you in the hands of the master.
The master of disaster.
I'm going to go eat. Cindy, I'll let you know on the
I
over-under.
didn't make anything. I want you to go get it.
If it was making food.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching today. I was in the other room. Cindy, you win a prize today. Actually ending up getting her tacos. You cannot go bad with tacos. Score is 3-2 right now in a race to 7. And now it looks like Carlos is going to break my other, how we call it in Spanish, El Tocayo. Because his name is exactly like mine. And in my country, that is the nickname for it, Tocayo. Tocall. Alright, so now while Kaylin is in the other room enjoying her tacos and having a good time, it is now my time to settle in into this cozy boiler room and talk to you guys. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. It is Monday, lazy Monday. I have been pretty much busy. Did not want to actually work today at all after having a good weekend. Family was over. We went swimming for a little while. Saturday we had the big match of Chris Robinson against Nick DeLeon. They had $8,000 in the middle. It was a very, very good match. It was a thriller. Nick DeLeon got 6 games to the wire, and then Chris Robinson made a really good comeback at the end and ended up Nick DeLeon squeaking the win 27-25. So you guys need to go back if you want to and watch that game. At least possibly like the last 4 or 5 racks. There was one rack in there that they traded a lot of safeties, and that was pretty fun. So alright, so Jojo can shoot his 3 ball, bump out the 4 a little bit if she can. She tried to do that. Ended up just a little bit short of making the ball. Comes Spanky to the table, playing safe. Now, I've played with Spanky and Carlos, both of them. Spanky is a really good safety player. He likes to move balls around and try to wait for the opportunity when that table actually gives them a chance. Carlos is a little bit more of an aggressive player, and as I was saying that, Carlos tried to do a breakup shot. So let's go this way. That was pretty good. The ball actually went the